So there was a guy. He worked at Disney. He was an actor, and part of his job was working with kids. Now, we've heard a lot of stories about Disney, so where do you think this one's going? Old man, working at Disney, working day to day with kids. Here we go. Disney Channel actor Stoney Westmoreland is jailed for 2 years after being accused of trying to entice a minor into sex. So, Stoney Westmoreland was on the Disney show Andy Mack. I guess he played the grandfather Ham. I don't watch that show. I haven't watched Disney in, about a decade, but I guess a lot of people still do, and you're going to keep being continued to be shocked by the amount of people that work at Disney that are involved in child stuff. So this guy was 52, and apparently he was conversing with someone who was 13 years old, and he wanted to get them involved in an intimate relationship. Now, the good news is he never during this procedure, he never actually made contact with a 13-year-old. It was, of course, the cops playing a bait victim. All right. I kind of wish Chris Hansen was involved because that show was fantastic. But no, this was just regular cops. So he tried to get a 13-year-old. And this was, like I said, back in 2018. And now we're at 2022. So it took 4 years to prosecute this guy. So he was out on the streets doing his thing for 4 years. Well, they finally got him on a plea deal. And now he's going to serve 24 months behind bars, which may or may not end up being 6 months behind bars until they let him out early. Now, this guy's pretty well connected with the entertainment industry. They always seem to get preferential treatment. So, I don't know, maybe there's something there. But anyway, so this guy, his excuse is funny. He took a plea deal. So in the eyes of the law, I think that's guilty. He pled to a charge and he's going to serve time. So in my eyes, you're guilty. But they keep writing this as allegedly. A former Disney Channel actor will spend 2 years in federal prison for allegedly enticing a minor into sex. So Stoney Westmoreland, 52, communicated with an undercover officer on the app Grindr and was arrested in 2018 after trying to meet the investigator who was posing as a 13-year-old teenager. Now, they don't say if it was a boy or a girl. That doesn't really matter, but I'm just curious. Westmoreland played blah, blah, blah. This is all stuff I already went over. Originally, the disgraced actor originally faced a 10-year sentence stemming from charges of enticement of a minor over the internet or text. Okay, hey, 10 years. I like that. I like where that's heading. 52-year-old gets 10 years in jail. Hey, that's hard time for a 52-year-old. You get out when you're 62. Listen, you're not going to be working with kids too much anymore. So I like that. What went wrong? After taking the deal, he was allowed to plead guilty to a lesser charge of using interstate facilities to transmit information about a minor. That sounds way different than what he actually did. Westmoreland's lawyers had argued that the actor believed he was communicating with an adult role-playing as a 13-year-old and had no real intention of meeting with a minor. Sorry, my bullshit detector is going off because who believes that? This guy was on Grindr looking for 13-year-olds. Okay, so I guess that means it was a boy, right? Grindr, that's for dudes. All right. This hurts my brain. You've seen the Chris Hansen interviews. Have a seat with Chris Hansen. I never meant to do it. I want to see transcripts of the texts he had back and forth with this alleged 13-year-old, the cop pretending to be a 13-year-old. I bet it was horrific, and I would bet my life that if he actually showed up with a 13-year-old, he would have done unspeakable things. I have no way of proving that. Obviously, I wasn't there. Obviously, it never happened. but I kind of know. I think you do too. This guy's a sick, disgusting monster, and 2 years in jail for chatting about a minor, not even with a minor, over the internet is not acceptable. So here's the fella. For those of you that watch that show, you already recognize his face. For the rest of us, you can just see who he is. And there you go. That's a creepy, creepy dude. So there he is on Disney, the Disney Channel. I don't know, man. There's something about the Disney Channel that's... I mean, look what happened to Britney. You can go through dozens of Disney stars. The kids, they had a pretty rough go of it. But now all the old people, I get if you're an actor. And let me just riff here for a few minutes. If you're an actor and you want to work and the only job available is working with kids, under most normal circumstances, that's fine. All kid movies need parent figures and aunts and uncles and grandparents and blah, blah, blah. The whole family structure should be represented in a kid's movie. That is okay. But is there a flaw with the hiring process or the screening process over at this one outlet where they pick the people that are always trying to injure children? Or is it that the people that want to spend more time with children seek out Disney and they can't recognize what they are, the predators, and get rid of them? But just law of averages, there are more at Disney than everywhere else. So this is really disturbing. The best thing you could do in reality is stop watching Disney. It's basically just garbage. My personal reason for stopping Disney was they just utterly ruined Star Wars. All the woke nonsense, and the storytelling got bad. I bailed out back then. So maybe this will be what does it for you. Something at some point will do it for you, where you just stop watching Disney. It's garbage. Authorities said Westmoreland tried to meet the teen for sex by using a ride-sharing app. Okay, he definitely was going to do this act with this kid. Oh, I thought I was cosplaying with it, blah, blah, blah. This nonsense, it's bullshit. It's all lies. You know it. I know it. I'm sure he knows it. I'm sure his attorney knows it. Everyone knows it. How on earth he got away with this plea deal where 2 years is beyond me. But hey, I could go on this for a while. It's got me my blood boiling a little bit because I hate when people do things to kids like this. The three things that keep popping up is old creepy dudes, young kids, and Disney. There's that triangle there that just seems to happen more frequently than most. I'm disgusted. I can't talk about this anymore. I'm just going to start smashing stuff. Stop watching Disney. It's not good. Stop giving them the money. They're paying for people like this, and I'm done with it. We're done. Okay, I took a few minutes just to calm down a little bit. These guys, I have a real problem with these pedophiles. But what I wanted to do is just pull up another bit of information to back me up, so you don't think I'm just being crazy on Disney. Here's something from the Tatum report. Okay, Disney employees arrested for child sex crimes every year for the past decade. Okay, I just want to pull this up for 10 seconds and just talk about it so you don't think I'm just making stuff up and crazy. While recent news regarding Disney has centered around its condemnation of Florida's parental rights and education bill, let's not forget that the company is no stranger to pedophilic scandal. Over the last 10 years, countless Disney employee arrests have occurred for sex crimes involving children. In light of these events, it's surprising that the child-centered entertainment company is outspoken against Florida anti-grooming bill. Remember the Florida bill where now they call it the Don't Say Gay bill, which was a load of horse shit. But Florida tried to pass a law where you can't groom children. Disney was against it. That's all I'm saying. If you want to take a minute and calm down, hitting that subscribe button makes you feel much better. Do that and get out of here. Go cancel Disney.